Hey YouTube, it's Prime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Earthrise reissue of Sunstreaker. So yeah, this is a figure I missed out on twice. Once in the initial release because I wasn't really collecting at the time, and secondly during that 5-pack because they shorted us on the pre-order numbers. So yeah, happy I finally got to get my copy after all this time. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like this mold, but I've been enjoying him quite a bit today. Um, Given I still would have preferred to get that 5-pack without the clear plastic and the Hound that I still don't have, but it is what it is. But yeah, overall I really do dig this figure. But we will start with a look at this packaging. It's almost retro with how old it is now. But yeah, got that Earthrise War for Cybertron, Sunstreaker, and here we have some artwork of Sunstreaker looking. That face makes him look really old in that picture. We got some legal jargon. We got that poster artwork. We got our logos and stuff. He is an Autobot, and we do have our product shots. So there is that for the packaging. And we do get a lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. He did come with a little red thingy, even though there's really no reason for him to have it. And I just kind of tossed it this time because I don't really need more of them. But yeah, there is that. And here we have the figure himself. And again, we do get that transparent blue with the silver backing. I will admit that that silver backing does make it pop a bit better. There you can see the silver there. And we do get some black plastic on his shins and arms. And for his head, he does have his silver intakes on the back, which you can unplug and use as a gun. For some reason, it doesn't really fit in his hand. Like, he'll hold it, but it's super easy to knock it out of his hand. It doesn't fit very well. And it seems like it's these, like, exit vents or whatever. They make it so it doesn't fit all the way into his fist. Yeah, you can sort of see it's sort of like hovering there because they just ever so slightly overextend. But I find that it fits very well in the port on the back of his arm. So you can do that. And I kind of like the whole built-in weapon look a lot better. But that's just me personally. But yeah, yes, that is the way it goes. But for the most part, I'm probably just going to leave that on his back anyway. But yeah, overall, I do enjoy his transformation. He does have some pretty hollow legs, and I can understand why people aren't thrilled about that. But I don't think it's too terrible. And overall, the other details do look nice. It does have, some silver there to simulate the headlights, which the actual top is here. So I think it was nice that they added those little details. And does have a nice Autobot symbol there on his chest. Some nice silver for the face. And some yellow there on his horn vent things. Some blue for the eyes. Yeah, overall, a cool figure. I have definitely enjoyed him so far. We'll do a couple size comparisons. Here he is with the Hot Wheels crossover Bone Shaker that I also received today in the mail. So there's that. And here he is next to the Concept Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker. You can see how they stack up. And while I don't have a normal G1 Sunstreaker, I do have Missing Link Sunstreaker. He's been working out and got taller. But yeah, there you can see how he stacks up with his older incarnations. So yeah, but overall, definitely been digging this figure. As far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint. It's also on a panel that moves back and forth, and it really should like lock in, but it just kind of stops it from folding back. Doesn't completely lock in, but you do get a ball joint for the head. You do get some up and down at the base of the shoulder for transformation. You also get some in and out, so you can get about that far up. You do get a full 360. He does have his signature shoulder pauldron things, and they do have 5mm ports in them. So if you want to like have him shooting flames up or something like that, you can. As far as the elbow, you get 90 degrees. You do get elbow swivel. We do get not really much at the wrist, just an in and out transformation joint. Do get a full 360 at the waist. We do get to kick that far forward and that far back. It's very stiff on mine, but yeah, that far back. We do get 90 degrees, actually a smidge over 90 at the knee. We do get some very nice ankle tilt, and due to the transformation, you do kind of get some posability with the toes. There's a double hinge joint there, so that's pretty neat. We also get a thigh swivel. Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, sometimes these do come untabbed when you're messing with them, but for the most part, they're pretty secure. I think that's everything for articulation. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the transformation. So, first thing we are going to do is we are going to start at the legs, and we are going to take these heel platforms and fold them up like so, up against that part of the windshield. And then we are going to take the feet, and you're going to use that double hinge to bring them up and over. Oh yeah, there are ports here too. And cover that up, and cover that up. And then you're going to untab his legs from the side and bring them up and compress them, bring them up and compress them, and then we can tab his legs together like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate his legs around, and then we're going to bring his chest down and complete that whole windshield section like so. If it'll all click together, there we go. Then we are going to rotate that whole section again, this time with the windshield attached, and that'll form the top of the car. Going to take his head and flip it in like so. Then we are going to rotate his arms around like so. Stop catching. There we go. Fold in those hands, and then we want to bend his elbows and rotate these around like so, and then we're going to compress these in like so, and you can see how the grooves sort of fit together like so. Bring those in, and then the other part of the arm will plug in and form his bumper. And there we have him in his vehicle mode. And yeah, it's a very neat little Lambo vehicle mode. And I totally should have prepared a side swipe, but I didn't think to do that. Crap. Too late now. But there we have him in his vehicle mode. And he does roll okay. He does have the clipped on wheels, so they could roll better. But yeah, you do have a couple of ports back here from his arms. I suppose if you really wanted to, because they bend down, it doesn't really work very well. But again, that silver behind the plastic does look very nice. Do a couple of quick comparisons here. Here he is next to a Voyager in Netflix Soundwave. Just for that. And here he is next to our recent Hot Wheels twin mail. So you can see how they stack up. Yeah, overall, a cool figure I'm happy to have in my collection, especially after I've been able to get like 10 different versions of the Sideswipe mold and none of Sunstreaker. So glad I finally have one. Again, a lot of people have said they don't like this mold, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm definitely glad to have it. There are rumors that we're supposed to be getting a new one sometimes within the next year, though I don't think it's been confirmed yet. I think it's still just a rumor. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm definitely glad to have this guy in my collection now. And yeah, I think he's at least worth picking up. But I think that's really all I have to say for this review. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. But this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.